Do you like science? Well, listen closely because this is it. This is exactly what Albert Einstein was searching for when he died. For the last 10 years of his life, he was diligently searching how to connect relativity, gravity, electricity, and magnetism. And this is it. This is unification. This is the theory of everything. Let us prove it to you. Space is not empty. Space is filled with hyperquantum particles that you cannot see and you cannot feel. And those particles are raining into the earth, pushing us down. Gravity is absolutely a pushing force. And it's a pushing force for one very, very simple reason. A long time ago, the genius Isaac Newton gave us this equation. Force equals mass times acceleration. This equation declares that force is absolutely pushing. This equation declares that there is no such thing as a pulling force in this universe, and we'll explain that further on. F equals ma. And Newton's equation for the force of gravity is in complete unity with pushing gravity. This planet is in orbit of the larger mass due to the fact that quantum particles are raining into each body. The planetary bodies are caught in each other's three-dimensional whirlpool. Here we have the Bernoulli effect. The two balloons are not being pulled together. Mass flowing between them causes them to be pushed together. They are being pushed together from the outside because there is no such thing as a pulling force in this universe. This boat is in orbit around the whirlpool. This whirlpool is an exact representation of pushing gravity, except in two dimensions. This is a two-dimensional view of pushing gravity. This is a three-dimensional view of pushing gravity. And we know that gravity causes both atmospheric pressure and oceanic pressure. The enormous pressure at the bottom of the ocean needs to be kept in mind when we think of the incredible pressure of space. Everything begins here in outer space as hyperquantum particles rain into the earth. And as the particles flow into the earth, they warp space-time, just like Einstein declared. Gravity and warped space-time are one. Gravity then obeys the inverse square law as it moves down towards the earth, getting stronger and stronger. And now we need to keep in mind the astounding power of gravity as it relates to oceanic pressure. These two cups are the same cup. The one on the left is at sea level, and the one on the right is 1,500 meters below the ocean. And the average depth of the ocean is 3,000 meters. So you can imagine what this cup would be like at twice the depth. Gravity moves down, following the inverse square law, getting stronger and stronger until it reaches the center of the earth. But does it end there? Certainly not. Gravity continues to strengthen until it reaches the quantum level. You've got it. Gravity is so strong at the quantum level, it keeps atoms in their orbits. Pushing gravity is the strong force. And this is why the energy of any mass is relative to the velocity of gravity squared, exactly like Einstein said. Now, let's get back to why there is no such thing as a pulling force in this universe. Isaac Newton is the foundation of physics, and when you abandon him, you abandon reality. F equals ma. Here is a physical example. A car accelerating. The car is the mass, the motion is the acceleration. Now, where is the force? Is the force on the side of the car? Well, there may be some air friction, but no. Is the force on the back of the car? No. The force is on the front of the car. Whatever the car hits will feel a force, a pushing force. But someone may ask, what if the car is pulling a trailer? Well, guess what? That car is pushing the trailer. This may be difficult to understand, but stay with it. Look at that hitch. That hitch is pushing the inside of the hook. Someone may say, no, the hitch is in front of the hook, not behind the hook. The hitch is pulling the hook. And here's where it gets extremely interesting. At the atomic level, that hitch is being held together. That hitch comes into existence because pushing gravity is holding the atoms of that hitch together. The definition of that hitch is physical mass founded upon the force of pushing. So whether the hitch is in front of the hook or behind the hook is completely irrelevant, because the very existence of the hitch is based only upon quantum pushing. Hyperquantum particles flowing into the earth is the very foundation and root core of anything pertaining to unification. The yellow lines are pushing gravity raining into the earth as they pass through atomically aligned metal, the definition of a magnet, causing magnetic attraction, and as they push against the turning rotor, they force free electrons into an electric current. And here are the three different forces of magnetism, all caused by particle flow and the Bernoulli effect. Particle flow into the earth is what causes gravity, electricity, and magnetism. And the mathematics is undeniable. These 30 or so equations for the speed of light, all based upon orbital mathematics, cannot be coincidence. That would be utterly ridiculous. Then also 30 equations for the acceleration of gravity, again based upon orbital mathematics. And the density of the Earth which is specifically related to the velocity of the Earth and the speed of light, cannot be a coincidence. These are all the true values for Earth orbit mathematics. The acceleration of gravity multiplied by Earth orbit time equals the speed of light. Earth orbit velocity squared divided by pi equals the speed of light. Earth density squared times 2 tau equals the speed of light. F equals ma, and gravity is absolutely a pushing force. And we can't thank you enough, Newton, Faraday, Tesla, Einstein.